There we are. Thank you. All right, let's head to it. So, last week, what did you guys get up to? Okay, let's see. Oh, that's right. So a couple things happened on the 4th of Olorun. Olorun. Sorry, I don't know if I said that. Ludvig broke up with Lady Marina Imadani, having been given the business by his father, scolded maybe perhaps. He realized that he had to take responsibility for House Leora's. Um, he had the most power in his hands to take care of House Leora. He is responsible and has decided to take responsibility and broke up with Marina. She was disappointed, um, and maybe felt a little foolish. But you guys had only been dating a bit. You guys kissed, but that's about it. So it wasn't the
It
most
was it,
devastating breakup.
it was a very nice kiss, okay?
I can't wait till you marry whoever you marry, and I get to have them throw things at your head
Oh,
next time.
come on. Like throw things at my head when they find out when they get mad at me.
They find out that you're still in love with Marina.
Like
Um,
I'm moving on.
yeah, I'm moving on. Rowan figures, let's see. Uh, oh, yes, Rowan figured out some hunting prices. Figured out some hunting prices with the Rashk for seeking out new members of House Leora scattered across Corvair, realizing that not everybody is in circumstances where they can mail in to to the Korenberg Chronicle, or make the trip or travel, or perhaps just don't want to be found, don't want to be a part of the family. So has begun to figure out what it would take for House Thrash to actively seek members of House Leora. Um, Cross finds a warforged by the name of Sword, and four other members of what was once his Siren sort of fighter squad from the war, now laborers in Fairhaven after they were released from being prisoners of war when the treaty was signed in Dare, and have just been laboring in shipping yards ever since. Cross made some very persuasive points about going to the Mournland, joining the Lord of Blades, being worth something, being warriors, taking orders and doing what they were designed to do under the leadership that they choose, which is very, very appealing for the other four members. But Cross knows that Sword is the one who needs to be convinced, and was seems to be very interested in the idea of family, unity, so on and so forth. And I believe relayed to him that it wasn't an impossibility anymore, which is very intriguing. Um, and told him that if he changes his mind, he can meet him at the apartments where across the street from the Leora Met, or excuse me,
Kenneth.
I guess
Tarkanen, it was supposed to be what Tarkanen hit
it was
out.
across the
Yeah,
street from Rowan's Manor. I was trying to remember
yeah,
the correct
yeah.
name, but I can't. Um, Lois hopped on a train
Killian
bound for
Estates.
Sharn. Killian, it might have been Killian. Um,
Killian
bound for
Murphy's Estates.
Sharn. Killian Murphy. Uh, Lois arrived in Sharn, told her father everything that is going on with her, and asked him to keep it quiet for now, and that she also needs her genealogy, which her father thought was also kind of weird. Why would they need that? Ludvig head to the King's Grace in Korth to pick up his genealogy and begin to perhaps meet up with this marriage broker that he's been told about. So that is kind of where we're at today. So welcome to uh, day 15, the 15th of the month of Olorun. Olorun. Um, I gotta say, pretty excited about this marriage broker meeting. So I think we're gonna start there. Selfishly start there.
Okay, before I go in there, I try to finish up. Um, yeah, I hop off the train with Soren. I arrive in Korth and I hop off the train with Soren and I make a Gesundheit.
Sorry, just to have a second.
It's a Corvarian blessing to say Gesundheit. Uh,
Thank you, Ludvig.
Uh,
Sorry
I
about
make
that.
a mark in
Allergies.
it's
Go ahead.
okay. I make a mark in the page where um I I make a mark in the page where I leave off. I hand it into someone and I tell him, hold on, hide this in your armor. Make sure no one gets it. If someone tries to get it, burn it before you lose it.
What are you giving him?
The book,
Which book is that?
the diary.
Oh, the diary. He asks no questions. He just nods, puts it away under his breastplate.
It was like I'm debating whether or not to pick up. And I began to make my way out of try to make myself incognito and try to just wander the faceless masses and get my way to the King's Grace.
All right. You get to the King's Grace. They're happy to see you. They say, "Oh, Viceroy Leor, welcome back to the King's Grace Inn. Will you be staying in your usual room?"
No. What's the? It's only a quick trip out here. What's the cheapest room you have?
Ah, um, question. 2 gold a night.
I'm not sure how long I told them I'm not sure how long I'll be here. He was 4 gold.
He goes, "Oh, well, thank you very much. 2 nights for you then? Yes, your room will be made up. Your bag's taken up for you. Uh, feel free."
And one more thing. Deliveries are often sent here. Where could I look for them?
We have a Civis messaging station here on the premises. You could come to the front desk at any time, and we will hold messages for you here in good
I
confidence.
meant deliveries.
Oh, deliveries. We can have any message you wish delivered to a nearby Orion station. If you wish to use the local Civis messaging station, um, that is an extra fee, but you may use it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go check. Okay. Cool. Get. I'm gonna go check the local Orion station real fast. The Orion station to see if there's been any deliveries.
Very good, sir. They would deliver it here if this is going to be your where you are staying, and you'll be happy to know there are no messages.
Okay. Okay. Ryan, I'm thinking in my head, how long would it take for a delivery from Bastion Keep to get here?
Oh, okay. Well, it depends how it's being sent.
It it's
If
the genealogy stuff from my dad.
Yeah, absolutely. The concierge will say, "We have nothing for you yet, but be assured that that anything that is to be sent to you will be redirected here, and we will have someone sent to your room to let you know immediately."
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And I give the concierge a 1 gold tip.
And she accepts it most graciously. It's a very, very good tip.
Thank you. And I head up there. I get settled. How big is the room?
How big is the room? It's not the grandeur of the middle tier room that you got last time, with like the huge vaulted ceiling, but it is nice. It is how big would it be? I'm gonna say it's still a good like 15 by 15, nice room with a king bed and
Okay, good.
all the amenities. It's still very nice.
It feels like Soren, you can have the bed if you want. I can sleep on
He
the
goes,
couch.
"Oh, I have money for my own room that I'm provided by Bjorn, but thank you."
Good, good to know. I'm good. I'm gonna spend what time of the day is it?
Hmm, early. Say it's early.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up reading the book.
Okay, you sit to read the book.
Yeah, to finish up the book, I was almost done when I got off the train.
Yeah. Okay. You sit down, and you read for a little bit. I'd say you read for like 2 hours. You keep plugging away at it. Um, I think Soren just stays in your room, just kind of sits and like twiddles his fingers a little bit. I think
You,
he like ends up producing. Uh,
it, Soren, if
hmm,
I'm finished, you finish first.
I was gonna say at a certain point he produces a deck of cards and starts laying out cards on a nearby table and kind of like doing like a solitaire thing.
I'll say to him, say Soren, well, while I'm going through this, I'm gonna be stuck. I'm gonna be locked up in here, finishing this book. Could you go get an empty book with? Could you go buy, say, a printer shop and buy an empty book with some ink, perhaps?
Sure. No, no problem.
I'll gi- I'll give
Packs the deck, puts it away.
exactly. It gives him something to do. I throw him some cash to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm back in my home territory. I can just pull out any old book I want when I want to read it now. I don't have to go hunting across the internet.
Exactly.
Um, okay. Easy enough. You can. Do you give him money or do you just kind of send him off?
Like like Soren, tell me how much
Hmm?
it costs. I'll pay you back plus some.
Well, it's nice of you. Thank you. And he'll go and he'll go collect what you require. And just to, well, I can just leave it to you. I'm sure you're more than capable of handling that. Just go into just add it all to your inventory, add up the gold, take the gold away.
Yeah,
I don't think you need me to
yeah, I can.
reference all of that
I
for you.
Yeah, I can. I'll just say it costs. No, the room costs like a blank book that costs like 5 silver
Oh,
pieces, maybe.
well, a normal book costs 25, but that's with contents. So I'll just say like uh, let's say five for a
Five gold,
blank book.
5 gold blank book.
Yeah, 5 gold blank book. Yeah,
Okay, no problem.
yep, just for the paper and
And I give Soren 4 copper, 6 silver as a bonus. To, like, thanks for grabbing that for me.
sweet. Yeah, he takes it. He comes back, you keep reading. After a while, there is a knock at your door. Um, Soren sort of gives you like a look as if to say, like, were you expecting somebody?
No, I haven't messaged the. I haven't messaged the. I was gonna message the matchmaker when I was done with the book, but I give him the book. God this, burn it, make yourself.
I burn it if I get caught.
If,
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Absolutely, thank you. I've dust myself off, make myself look presentable, and hello.
Yeah, Soren gives you the like, he goes, checks the door for you. Gives them a bit of like a what do you want? And they're like, hello. Yes, I am. What would he do? He says, um, I am the manservant of uh, the Shielded Hearts Court Office. We were informed that one Viceroy Ludvig Draga de Leora did step off the lightning rail this morning, and we wanted to send a personal attaché to see when he is available, and if so, right now, we would be more than happy to provide him escort to the court office. Is he available or wanting to go, or has a time when he would prefer? Soren kind of looks back in
Um,
the room at you.
it feels like. Uh, uh, am I finished with the book yet, Ryan?
I said you were pretty deep into it. I'd say that you have the vast majority of it complete. You haven't beat the last like chapter or two, but you've got like 80% of it done, 85% of it done.
Yeah, and make sure someone reads it. How long will the trip be?
He goes, oh, none too long at all, sir. We have a carriage ready for you. It would be but a half an hour trip up the road.
Half an hour. Like, I think to myself, I could knock out a chapter in the final in a half an hour.
By all means, sir. By all means, it's your pleasure.
Um, just give me half an hour to get set to do some stuff, and I'll be down there.
I will make myself comfortable in the waiting room, sir.
Thank you very much. What's your name again?
Uh,
I'm sorry. I tell him
my
I tell him
name, my name.
I thank him by his name. That's what I mean to do.
No,
I
it's all good. You're good. You can ask people their names. It's just me. It's just
this
me.
is your kryptonite. I'm sorry.
This is no. You're totally good. He says, the name is Roland, sir. Uh,
Roland. All right, good man.
that's right.
Good man. I'll be down there soon. I'll be down there in about 30 minutes. Thank you.
Very well, sir. With that, you complete the book. Get to the
Got
end of
it.
it. We will keep this in mind if any rules are required, and then you can head down if you want.
Okay, exactly. Okay, excellence. I'm going and I head down there onto the tell Roland. Yes, I'm happy to go there. But before I head on out, Ryan, just to be sure, do I believe that this man that he says what he is?
Make me an insight check.
Natural 20 for 26.
Natural 20. The guy is dressed very much like a valet, and he does have a little brooch that is the same symbol as the what would have been stamped on your letter that you received. So it is the Shielded Hearts like authentic badge. Um, and as for and you look at him, and he's like he's in he's not in like fantastic shape. He doesn't give you like it's difficult to say in Karna if somebody is dangerous just by their body because military service is required by everybody. So this guy was probably in the military. Um, but he doesn't have any like scars. He doesn't have a look to the eye. You think he's good.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll agree.
He's either a very
Gone
good
so.
liar or incapable of what you hope he is not.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, very well. Let's get going.
All right, and perhaps you are quite quickly convinced that he is indeed nothing to worry about. It's the authenticity of the drive up the road. You are tucked into a quiet four-seater carriage that is plush and nice on the inside with velvet cushions. By Karnathi standard, this is pretty
Over the top.
it's a little much. It isn't like flowery colors, however, but it is like a deep, 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 almost black purple velvet. So the interior is like it is very nice, but it isn't like in your face, with like a little bit Londarian, right? It's not gilded or anything. So nice, comfy, well-to-do, a little over the top, not wildly over the top.
Okay, gone F. Excellent.
Yep.
Um, I'm going. I'm going. If I suppose he's right, Roland is riding at the top of the carriage. I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, as I'm going over there. I'm also trying to remember everything I can. I'm trying to deeply memorize everything I've read about. Any insights I have about the the Vaughn's daughter.
Hmm.
Sorry to hit you with this now, man.
Fair enough. Just from the book itself, go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay. 12.
12. It's tough to say without because you're getting a third-hand account through an unreliable narrative, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yes, to be fair, yeah.
So in his book, is she's his jewel, you know. She's his pride and joy. He's very protective of her and loves her undyingly and is frustrated with her when she does things to endanger herself and probably thinks that she is stubborn. So everything about her is probably accentuated in the book. So you're looking through some serious rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, it's like she's perfect, she's endless. Like, yeah, when I think about thinking about a child through the parent size is never you're gonna rub over all the odd facts.
That's right. So from what you could tell, it's very much like she's rebellious. She's like rebellious. She's not quite as obedient as he would like, but such is the way of young children. She's growing up without a mother. How can she be blamed? You
Okay.
know what I mean?
The
This is
Crimson,
just the
yeah, the Crimson Butcher would like a pretty obedient kids, I think.
you don't get that from him. You don't get
Okay.
like I want you to be like there are some definitely some lords. I think your father especially very like wish for obedient children. And while you gather that from him as well, it's not like a woman should be this way
Okay, it's like
too much. There's a little bit of that, but it's very much out of affection. It's very much like
it,
she takes
it's
risks. My
exactly.
enemies would want to get to me through her, and I need to protect her and all
Feels like in he's worried what her prospects would be like. Like it's mainly for okay, okay. Do I get a name at all?
that. Yes, you do. Uh,
Are you making it up now, or did you already come up with one?
I'm making it up now.
Take your time.
Okay. Her name is, let's see, her name is Lady Sareth Earmordock.
Sareth. Lady Sareth uh
I will
Sarath.
post it in the chat.
Thank you.
A proper Karnathi name.
Okay. Interesting. All right then. I also go over what plans the things I plan to talk with the matchmaker about over in my
Mhm.
head. Um, this is a better question to ask her, but yeah, let's get going. But I'll wait until get there.
Got it. What little I will give you about who she is, like it's through rose-colored glasses. There's some things it's like, okay, it is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
they would the Crimson Butcher would say she's beautiful. You don't know how much you can, because of
Every
course his
parent
daughter's
thinks
beautiful.
his kid's beautiful.
Um, let's see. They say that she has her mother's ability to throw a party. You get
Ah,
the sense that he may have got some advice from his daughter about running the masquerade.
okay.
Um, he does describe her to be devoted to him as a father, that she's always trying to calm him and sometimes challenge him in ways that he finds frustrating, but it reminds him of her mother. Um, uh, she is a poet. So
Oh,
he says that she
oh,
writes
really?
beautiful, beautiful poetry.
Huh.
And he's also chased off more suitors than he can count.
I'm sure.
But obviously, he doesn't go into like thick description for the reader's sake, right?
Absolutely. This is like for him and his own memory and everything.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
okay, Sarath Mordak. Okay. She can she knows how to throw a party, to organize one at least, to challenges him, and is actually decent at poetry. That's interesting. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. Okay. Now, meanwhile, as we're thinking about these things, you do step off from the carriage after a little bit as you sit there in contemplation. And we're going to change the music to be slightly less, you know, desperate,
Carnathy.
Karnathy,
Mhm.
and spooky. Um, where are you,
You're
my?
looking for Aphrodite's theme music.
Basically, a little bit. This will do. Mm, not quite. How about this? Uh, definitely not. How about this one? No, not that one.
That's my ex-girlfriend's theme song, dude.
Yeah, that is. That is. I thought I'd toss that in there. Yeah, we'll just throw this one in here because it's got that sort of overarching elegance. Okay, you find yourself at the Shielded Hearts Court office at the southern edge of the Merchant Heights. It is in a little bit of a back road that opens up into a very nice courtyard. Um, it is definitely, obviously, there's a sort of discretion even to the very location of this agency. It's just two streets off from the parade route, but it does overlook the High Crown district, the neighborhood of the most affluent individuals in the city. It is a very nice townhouse of gray stone and dark wood framing, and the facade is rather unassuming. There's only but a single polished bronze plaque that bears uh, that bears the name of the office in script on the door. Once inside, the air carries the faint scent of uh, oils and maybe some just like scents, very flowery. And the decor is refined but traditional. Heavy crimson curtains, iron candle sconces shaped like stylized spears, and a mural in the entry hall depicting two armored lovers kneeling before a crowned herald. Uh, yeah. There's fine Carnathy, I hope I'm saying this right, lacquered woodwork formed benches and cabinets, all of which seems to be, when you see various servants open and close them, sit on them, perhaps subtly muffled room to room for confidentiality. As soon as someone closes a door, all sounds within kind of cease. There's clearly a deep interest and discretion. The staff wears modest uniforms, dark coats trimmed with silver, with discreet with pins denoting the shielded hearts on their chest. Conversations that are had in and around the space are quiet and formal and clearly very highly professional. Your valet brings you in, and you are sort of handed off to a secondary valet who says, Viceroy Leora, welcome. We have wiped some space in the schedule for you. If you follow us, please, to the salon, we will be more than happy to have you, yes, meet with the great matchmaker.
Thank you.
They bring you in upstairs. There we go. And you find yourself taken to an antechamber that leads to three doors. You are taken to the door to your right. And you find that it is decorated quite well. The one that you're in seems to be militant and austere. It is very much for an individual of your background. It very much speaks to that, where there is an attention to warriorship. There are standing suits of armor from different eras throughout the war. There are some like blades kind of on display. Clearly, and maybe there's a little bit of an ease that it brings to you, where you even see that the like attention to detail, like what weapons are on the walls, what suits of armor are in place. There's a reason for each one. It's not like a barracks. There's an elegance to this place, but it makes you feel like you're standing in your superior's office, like a general's office, and you're like, oh, so it's familiar, but you can't help but feel like maybe your back go up a little bit, but there's no grand desk. There's no sort of like you are the subordinate. Here, sit at this desk. You are in fact brought to a very nice sort of sitting chair of velvet near a fireplace, and you can't help but feel like a general a little bit. You sit down a little bit. You feel a little in charge. They ask if they can bring you anything, any snacks, any water, whatever.
Just some water. That'll be enough.
Yep, they bring you some water on a tray, and you feel quite good.
I whispered to Soren, they know how to make you feel important.
I suppose they do. He kind of like looks around a little overwhelmed.
It feels like I tell him this looks like a general's room, and it reminds me of my footsman days.
Hmm. He nods. In that moment, the door opens up. You see again, um, not this like over the top crazy person you might have been expected, like running a marriage broker agency in court. That's some.
A giant like
Um,
beehive haircuts or something.
yeah, you may have expected this like high fashion, like super out there individual, but what you find entering the room is this middle-aged woman with brown hair that is done in a very elegant but modest sort of bun, tightly held at the back of her hair. She wears a dressing gown, and she's very pretty. She's beautiful if middle-aged, and you expect that in her youth she was probably a pretty
Sought
significant
after.
person in the dating world, probably maybe a little sought after, perhaps. But
Her
carries
father had
herself
to fight.
well,
Her father had to fight off a lot of suitors.
perhaps. But seemingly an independent woman here as she runs her own business, a very well reputed business, um, being considered to be one of the best marriage brokers in Korth, if not Karna. Um, and she carries herself with an elegance that you might hope or expect from a highborn noble lady, which kind of tells you almost like she knows. She holds herself in a way that says that she knows what someone might like. She approaches and she says, Viceroy Leora, welcome back to Korth and welcome to the Shielded Hearts office. It's a pleasure.
Thank you much, Lady Ingrid Volan, correct?
Correct? Well,
Well,
just Ingrid Volan. You
thank
may
you.
call me Miss Volan. I unfortunately hold no noble title.
Thank you for seeing me. I didn't know. I wasn't aware that your agency had such good contacts and informants. You knew about my arrival before I could tell any of you.
We make it our business to be prepared for our clients, however they may need us.
Well, well, thank you. Forgive my ignorance, but let's talk basics. How will this process work?
Ah, a man who likes to get right to the chase of things. That is good. That is very good. Please. She invites you to sit back down, and she herself will sit. So, yes, let me talk you through the process. As perhaps you are familiar, as I am told that you are the youngest in your family, or you were the youngest in your family.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
among
you,
the. I have several older brothers.
indeed,
Yes,
indeed.
yes.
Absolutely. Uh, so, you are aware of courting customs? Because frankly, how these things all work is we cast a wide net, but with people of elegance who understand who we are. What we do to serve, more than just have you show up, is to point out for you the best prospects for what you are seeking. Um, and we have been given some direction by your former father. You are seeking someone you wish to produce heirs with, so humans. And I may add, human children can be produced through half-elves as well, Corvarians. Do you have an interest in courting Corvarians?
Um, I've never. I haven't spent much time thinking of lands beyond Corvair, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I have no reason to say no to it. I don't believe.
Very good. I have to say, half-elves combined the familiarity of humanity with the elegance and grace of the elven kind. And it also helps us cast a wider net too. So just learning your preferences is good. You want an heir, a human heir to help carry on your mark.
But likely
You want
several. But yes,
indeed, you want a woman who will produce you many children, men especially.
it's either one would be good.
Indeed, indeed. And very good. This can be done very easily. And I was told you also want someone Carnathy, perhaps accepted in nobility.
It would certainly not, well, it would certainly not be a requirement, but it would help in certain areas. Matter of fact, I've developed a, I've developed, I've created a list in my head of things that would help you narrow down your search if you would like to hear them.
Very well. She takes out a notepad.
Ludvig just takes one and thinks, I'm sorry, I'm just not accustomed to this process. I can't help but feel like a farmer pricing a cow to a certain degree.
Make no mistake, you are no cow, Viceroy Leora. We do not, I believe farmers do not choose partners for bulls and cows with such, well,
Abs abs
expertise.
Absolutely. It's not just, I'm not just looking for a warlord's wife or even simply a nobleman's wife. I will be looking for a woman who will be a diplomat's wife. And that's involves some other things more than that, and that lends itself to some traits more than others.
Must be willing to travel, I assume,
Yes,
or at least take care of your house while you are gone.
she would she would need to be. I start reading off the list. She would need to be curious about the world and other cultures. It would help if give her a chance to write it down.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Uh, it would help if she knew multiple languages,
Mhm.
willing to listen to other viewpoints, even ones she might personally despise.
Open-minded, oh, very well.
Not She can't be a hardliner when it comes to religion or politics. So someone not easily offended. You
Hmm.
mentioned noble ties. They are not exclusively required, but they could be a plus.
I assure you, anyone we will be setting you up with will have the elegance to conduct themselves in a proper setting.
Absolutely. She will also, given my status as a dragon mark, she would need to be willing to abandon any claims from her family if she has any. That might be a big ask for some.
Or that family be willing to join with House Fiora.
Possibly. That could be a path. And of course, the matter of the children, she would need to be open to having multiple children and be on and off pregnant for almost a decade plus.
Of course.
That's not,
This is. I hope you know that having many children is a very normal standard in noble society.
it's, uh, being willing to travel will certainly help. That's a trait you mentioned. You can put that down as well. And of course, as a major, as soon to be a major figure in the Dragon Mark House, she cannot be easily intimidated. She
Hmm.
will, if she agrees to marry me, she will need to understand that she will be a target of bad actors who would want to influence myself and House Leora. She will need a backbone and she needs to think creatively. And she is the last line between outside enemies of our House Leora and my children.
So you want a highly educated, free-thinking, open-minded, intelligent, and loyal woman?
You get me, you understand me so well.
I see. So
It's
you want only the best, is what
I
I'm hearing.
it it would help if I know the best, if I could get the best.
Hmm.
It's very specific, I know.
Hmm. Well, I must say, it is my job as your marriage broker to explain to you your circumstances.
Mhm.
I will be frank.
Yeah.
House Leora, as of yet, does not hold as much hmm, financial standing as other houses. noble or dragon knight as it stands. Yes,
Yet.
you are an up and coming house. Yet, of course,
Yet.
yet,
Of course.
of course, yet,
Yet. The keyword.
yet being the keyword, of course. But nevertheless, I will begin looking into this, and you should know that the the season, which is essentially the courting season, begins next month, on the first of the next month. So that should be in, let's see here, that should be in 13 days, or sorry, 14 days. The first will be the grand ball, which will probably be held here in Corth. The capital is where all the most noble women and all the most noble eligible bachelors and bachelorettes appear. So do what you must, but prepare yourself, for I will require you here in Corth to attend balls, woo, so on and so forth, for the month of Ferdan. I
That's
would
an
also recommend to you that maybe perhaps bring some business with you if you like. Perhaps there are other people who you know who may be also um, seeking out marriages. And Karna is more than many. Well, let's be honest, everybody came out of the last war with greater or lessened prospects. Hmm.
like above table. There's a man shortage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Above table.
Well, the war was, at least from the nobles' perspective, mostly men. Brave-hearted, strong women, of course, did fight in the last war. But
Absolutely.
indeed, but from a noble's perspective, a woman is she is a jewel. She is a um, I don't need to explain it to you.
It,
Honestly.
it, she has a separate duty.
Indeed. So I will begin to ask around, feel about the market for who will be attending this next season, who will be enjoying uh, the revelry of spring, and we will find some good prospects for you. It may be good for you to be back here on hmm, to get you ready. Perhaps we might say uh, the 26th of this month. So perhaps we're back on the 26th. We get you settled. We get you updated with prospects. We get you fitted for a new wardrobe. Get you prepared for your your gala.
Okay.
And then in the next month we will have you attend the season. So we will all get prepared and we will regroup on the 26th. How does that sound?
Sounds decent enough. Will I be need to be required to be in Cornath for the entire next month?
Depending on your success, perhaps. Maybe you find someone and sweep them off their feet in the first week. It's entirely possible.
Okay, so
But I will tell you, marriage in our world, in the noble world, is as much a business transaction as it is about love. A love match is very rare. And you do come from the house of diplomacy. And what your house has going for you right now is the ability to talk. It may be good to have people at your side who are capable of such talkings.
exactly. I see. I can, or a person of influence, perhaps, or something like that. I can think of a few people who could help that who that description would match.
Bringhouse Leora. A
I can
good marriage can lead to great prosperity in the next generations.
I can I I'll float this possibility by them, definitely. Ryan,
Very
how
well.
far is it from the 26th?
It is currently the 15th. So
If
you would have
11 days. 10 or so.
one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, you'd have about uh five. You'd have about 12 days. Yeah.
Okay, 12 days. I you I'm I'm All right. I suppose in that time you'll begin cutting down, narrowing the field.
I will begin narrowing the field. I will say this as well. Um, hmm. Now, it is the season. We do provide a wide variety of services. Um, who else in your house is looking for a marriage? I must assume that there are some.
There, well, I cannot speak in full confidence what's going on in their mind at the moment, but there are several who are unmarried. I can tell you that much certainly.
Hmm.
That
Well,
um,
well, may I recommend you have them contact me? Not only is it good for my business, but the season is coming, and you do not want to wait a whole year until the best people are out to dazzle and dine and so on. And I do render services across Colbert. I am stationed in Corth, but across.
good to know. That certainly helps. I will definitely recommend. I will definitely throw your name around when I get back to House Le when I return to House Leora.
Very well. The season only comes around once a year, so please do.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. It seems as though I made the perfect time to fortuitous timing, you could say.
You certainly did, as we are uh, leaving the winter behind and spring has come.
Sowing
Um,
seeds and so forth.
Indeed. These could take, do not lose heart if it takes a while. Some people do not find their match until late spring, and some may have to even wait into the next year. But I am confident, Viceroy, that we will find you a match. You are an elegant speaker and not hard to look at.
Well,
There'll
thank
be
you
many
very.
young Carnathi ladies who will be very proud.
The possibility of a new Dragon Mark house should definitely catch a few eyes.
Oh, most certainly, you will be the talk of the salon.
Any any advice going forward? Anything to avoid? Anything to look out for?
Hmm, I do not think so, but you can contact me anytime for a consultation if you require.
If you're only service station away.
Indeed. And I highly recommend you see about getting all of your house to contact me. It may be good to see about the possibilities. And like I say, I render my services across Corvair. I do have packages to do with Orion, and maybe certain galas can be done across Covair at the same time. The possibilities are endless. I have managed multiple people in multiple places and had them transported from one place to the next very rapidly. My services are expensive, but there is a good reason for that. Lucky for you, cross-PR landscaping is
Uh,
available.
well, I'm sure you're worth every penny. Late,
I do
uh,
have connections for instant travel through House Orion to all of the nations.
oh,
So,
oh, you travel quickly.
indeed, if I have a suitor who needs to do a ball in Brayland or do a ball here, the you dragon marked folks like to do not like to discriminate amongst nations. So I try and make sure I make many paths available.
Well, thank you very much, Lady Volan. If there's anything else, please don't. I'll please don't be afraid to reach out, and I will um and I'll speak with you again when if something comes up. And don't be afraid, of course, to reach me either immediately today at the King's Grace or later on back at the Dements of Memory or Killing Estate in Fairhaven.
Very well. There are, may I say, there are many Syrian families who have lost their wealth and titles for because of the last war. Brayland is ripe with pics of young, beautiful ladies who may be very happy to be absorbed into a Dragonmarked house and regain prospects in such a way, perhaps. So, we will get you handled, Ludvig. Tell your friends, tell your house to come see me, and I will see to all their needs if they require.
Excellent. Thank you very much. If you, I'll send any questions I might have, and good and well, happy hunting.
This will be a fun process, I assure you.
No, if it's successful, I'll herald your name far and wide.
Very bad. Fair enough. And you
And
will
I
be shown to the door.
and I bow and I stand up, give her a bow, thank him for the day,
Yep.
and
Okay, fantastic.
and uh and I just banter with Soren a little bit. Soren, is there anyone for you, Soren?
Anyone from me?
Have you ever tried?
There have been a couple trysts. I'm sure marriage life was never for me.
You're
My family is never really happy about that, but the life of a defender, especially at this level, is a precarious one.
it's you're a career man, married
Best
to
way
the
of putting
job.
it. House Beneath is not lacking for heirs. I can skirt my responsibilities a little bit. I've gotten gray enough that I might just get away with it.
Don't be afraid. If you ever want someone you can head back home with, even if you don't need children, I know a good. I've just met a very charming lady who can help you out with that.
I don't think anyone will be flipping the bill for someone as dedicated as this lady on my behalf.
Well, still, some people. But don't be surprised. Some people some ladies like the gray some gray in their husband's hair.
Oh, I know. He gives you a wink.
Mm. Like how much older is someone than me? I know he's like getting up there. He's like late 40s or something.
It's impressive that he's alive.
He's an old swordsman, so he's a good one.
He must be a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah.
And or his mark is very well developed, or both.
Um, are there other other Orion carriages?
Yeah,
I'll call one on my own and ask him to take me to the Temple District.
and so he shall.
If
Markov, like, uh, well, we'll come back around to you. We'll come
Yeah,
back around to you and we'll
yeah, I'll
figure
take a
out.
break. Anybody
Yeah,
else? Ludvig.
sure, Ludvig, tap it out. Lois Cross, you guys took some down, or some of you took some downtime. Do we want to swing around to you guys? Do you guys have any plans?
Um, I mean, I guess I'll head to the Tarkanan hideout thing periodically, just in case those Warforged turn up.
Okay. Is there anything else? We'll get the
Um,
result of that in a second.
yeah. Looking at my to-do list. I mean, the only other thing I need to do is kind of go to New Syria, but I had planned to do that, like to bring someone with me for that, so I'm kind of in a bind.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. You wait in Tarkanan apartment. Um, you and Shell hang out there. Lo and behold, one day there is a knock at the door, and you do see Sword standing there with a big old sword strapped to his back. Um, uh, Shell opens the door for you. Sword gives him a nod and refers to you and goes, uh, I admit I'm not sure how to refer to you. I know your name is Cross. I assume you have some greater title.
Um, Back in the Mournland, folk would refer to me as an evangelical, but for now, just Cross is fine. Come in.
You guys come in, or he comes in.
Yeah.
He goes, evangelical, fitting. Is it true what you said about um, being able to create families?
It's not well known for obvious reasons, but I have seen it for myself. The
This is fair.
Lord does hold the key to, well, does have access to a forge. The more warforge could be built, but building warforge requires resources. So while we have the tools, we lack the materials. So if another generation of Warforged is a cause you feel is worth fighting for, then you should go to the Mournland.
Considers. He says, my allies, they are enamored with your words, but I can't help but feel your words hide something. I do not know what, but there is something dangerous about this affiliation. Something I believe I should not trust. The Mournlands are dangerous. My allies have survived much.
To survive in the Mournland requires martial skill, a sense for survival. Along the way, if you were to meet up with other Warforged, you may chance upon others who come from there. The Lord of Blades is a leader who believes in the Warforged and only the Warforged.
Is that wise? I'm just a soldier, but is there not one? Is there not some who are redeemable?
Maybe. There may be some of those of born of flesh who would sympathize with our status in this world, but those people do not wield power. If you look to the pillars that hold the foundation of this civilization, you have each nation with their king or queen, and then the barons of each dragon-marked house. And a war forged among them for one, and no reason or cause to change things for our benefit. It is not that the people themselves, there may be those who can empathize with our circumstances, but those who can do not hold any power, and therefore, what can they do to help us really?